hello. Today it's time to celebrate the third anniversary of the special Marcoting live show. And so I brought some friends, which are hidden in the basement, all of them doing a party. So stay tuned because we'll be back in a moment. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you all. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are there close to me, this way, and for those of you who are at your home watching TV and watching this show. So today I'm celebrating the third anniversary of my show. It was on the 22nd of 2018. So I'm doing this with a small delay, but I think it's okay. Nobody cares, to be honest. And so I brought something to remind me about that first show. So let's bring it because just to remind me how good I was. This will be in Portuguese and Spanish. Okay.
Do México. ¿De qué ciudad?
Buenas noches, de Puebla.
De Puebla.
Cidade de
Está
Puebla.
cerca da Cidade de México?
Há 2 horas.
2 horas. Temos aqui a Nancy Vazquez, que é uma super convidada especial. É a minha primeira convidada neste ciclo de entrevistas que eu espero que venha a tornar-se um formato recorrente e constante na página. Olá, boa noite.
As you may see, everything was okay. Very natural. And now I have something more with a different guest. Let me show it on the screen also. I think that some of you may know him, maybe. I'm not sure. There you go.
Familiar.
Boa tarde, cá estamos de volta e hoje com um ilustre convidado vindo de terras de Sua Majestade. Do you know, Steve, that Portugal and Britain had a sacred alliance some years ago?
Oh, yes, certainly.
We were very nice partners.
Well, I mean,
So I had to bring this to the show because it was the first show I had, and then it was the first show I had with Steven, which is a good friend, a good partner, and this is one of the good things about live streaming. The other day I was talking with someone else about live streaming, and one of the things he told me, look, I'm in America, you're in Portugal, and look, we meet, we are talking, and he also mentioned me. Oh my God, because the guy from Portugal who is connected with almost all the world. So I'm missing Africa and Australia. I should go there also. But yes, I'm meeting people from all over the world. So please, I'm gonna give the word to my guests because it's also about you, of course. I will ask you to introduce yourself and then give some words about live streaming, about this world, what you do and everything. Okay, I will start with the ladies first. Chris, please.
I am Chris Derbove from Belgium, and I'm a teacher. Live streaming is new for me because I had the need of a solution due to COVID. And I want to find how my students could communicate and could make their tasks, even when they couldn't reach people outside of their homes. And so I came with Be Live, and there I have met Steven, and he's become a very good friend. And now I have met Marco and all the team, and for me it's a fantastic thing. I like it.
Perfect. Thank you. Now let's bring Ellen. Hello, Ellen. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Helen from Lifestyle. So basically, I just freshly did a webinar with Marco 2 weeks ago, and then that's how we encountered him. Like he really has like a lot of experience in live streaming and a lot of experience and understanding towards how brands as a pain point when it comes to bringing live streaming to their brand and their strategy. So it was a lot of fun working with him and a lot of learning from him as well. And just a little bit of promotion, we have a webinar that's coming that is in 3 days. If you want to hear more about Marco's point of view on live shopping, don't miss that as well.
Perfect. I will share the link on comments so you can see a little more about the show. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Pablo. Muchas gracias, Pablo. Thank you very much. Well, Ryan, if you want, you can join the show also. There's a free spot for you. Thank you, Ellen. And I look forward to our webinar Friday because the other one I had so much fun, and I think this one will be even better.
Yeah, likewise. And congrats again for your anniversary.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So let's bring now Harper.
Hello from America. Yeah, I've been doing live streaming for off and on for about 4 or 5 years. And you know, it's one of those things. I'm glad that when I first got started, I just hit live and started talking, you know, on Facebook Live. And I really didn't have anything to talk about at the time, but I just did it. And so I got rid of that fear real quick. Of course, I got a fighter jet flying right over my house right now. So if you can hear it, I'm sorry, you shouldn't. But, you know, yeah, I mean, for anybody that's really interested in going, you know, doing live broadcasts or any kind of broadcast, really just hit record, you know, and start doing it. The best way to get past any fears or anything is just experience. You know, after a while, you kind of realize going, oh, I need to hit this first before I start talking or whatever. So.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you. And now it's Mr. Stephen Healy.
Oh, right. Okay. Hello. Hello, friends. My name's Stephen. I'm a live broadcaster from Belive, and I live in Wiltshire in England. And I suppose live broadcasting has really made a difference in my world. To have met so many people, including everybody here, has been totally amazing. Live video is the best form of networking there's ever been. And with whichever platform you're broadcasting on, you can get together and just have a conversation about anything that interests you. And if you have a business or a cause or products or anything at all, live video is the way to actually reach out and tell people about what you're doing and get them involved in what you're doing too. Thank you, Marco.
Absolutely. Well, let's go to Scotland. Mr. Peter, how are you?
Hello. Now I'm Peter Stewart and I'm from Aberdeen in Scotland. And just to let you know, this flag behind me means that Scotland is still part of the United Kingdom. Anyway, got that off the chest. I've been involved in video conferencing for about 5 years now, and I go live on Facebook and things like that and speak a load of rubbish, do walks. But let me tell you what happened today. I have done from 9:30 in the morning until 12:30 this afternoon. I was watching a live video conference with trainers that usually we do in Scotland once a year, and I would have had to travel early in the morning for it, spend the morning there, and then travel back home. And we'd done everything live, different presenters, and it was fantastic. And so we have to learn a thing called CPD points, and I got 3 of them today without leaving home. Now, let me tell you, a few years back, I was actually talking to an audience live, not live on camera, but saying how we should use the internet for live training, etc. And finally, COVID made them do it. One of the only things that have come good out of COVID in my industry. So that back to you. And if you want to ask about this heart later, you can ask later. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's bring Nick again to the... Well, It's the first time today. Welcome, Nick.
Hi, Marco. Hi, everybody. I always say, Peter, if the cap fits, wear it. So I'm sure we'll find out exactly what that's about later on. Yeah, my name's Nick, and I used to live stream a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was using OBS, and I felt quite cutting edge. But what I didn't feel was I had anything particularly relevant to say. So I kind of binged it for a long time. And then earlier on last year, I was doing some live stream producing through BeLive for other people. And then, of course, the COVID hit and we locked down in the UK. And I thought, I know, I'll just live stream every day for an hour, invite local business owners on to let me know whether they were still open, what they were doing, whether they were doing different things and everything. And so for the first few days, yeah, absolutely nothing, just me chatting to myself for an hour. But then suddenly a local network, Facebook group picked up on it, and suddenly I had loads of people that wanted interviewing. And so I stepped in front of the camera, obviously, as opposed to behind it. And I loved it. And I found that it was really great. I really enjoyed the meeting people. A bit like what Stephen was saying, is that, that it's the most easy thing to network. It really is. And yeah, now you can't stop me. I'm trying to think up new shows to have, and I want to be able to live stream every day. So I've still got a couple of days free. So, but it won't be for long.
Well, I'm gonna take advantage that Helen is here, because I think by these days so many business are closed, so many business are struggling because they can open the stores to sell. Helen, can you talk a little bit about LiveScale, what you do, what you did in Asia, and what you want to do now in North America and Europe, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, I'm from LiveScale. What we do is called live shopping. It's something that's already been training for years back in Asia, that is bringing a really, really good conversion rate. And what we're doing here in North America today is trying to bring this phenomenon to North America and help brands and businesses to adopt to these new trends. And basically, like Marco said, we're in a time that it's like everyone prefers to shop at home, but they miss a lot that retail interaction, that you will be able to ask questions, interact. And the best way to mimic this experience today, what we have, is live shopping. Because with live shopping, you'll be able to ask questions in the chat. You're like shopping with your friends because you have the whole community also chatting with you. And then you'll be able to get a real-time response as well. That's really make people feel like, oh, even though I'm not out there in the store to talking to the sales representative, but I still get that level of customer service. And then because there are a lot of good deals that is happening in the live shopping show in a very particular amount of time. So it's also build that kind of fear that, oh, if I don't get it during these live shopping show, an hour of live shopping show, I'm going to miss this good deal. And that's also the main factor that is contribute to the really high conversion rate to a lot of brands that it's with us as well.
Perfect. Can you say where people can find more about LiveScale, Ellen?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to LiveScale...
Spammy moment. It's a spammy moment.
Okay. If you go on livescale.tv, you'll be able to see right away all the information of our product. But I would say I do understand if you have all sort of fear in mind about live streaming, even not about live shopping in general. You can watch the last webinar that we did with Marco, because Marco's addressed these exact fear that people have before they go live, and what kind of technical fear you have, the expectation that you have, and how you can embrace it and deal with it. And then if you are ready to see what are the benefits for you, if your brand or your business want to use live shopping, in 2 days, I think this Friday, we have another webinar with Marco that is talk about what are the advantages when it comes to using live streaming to sell. So you can find us in the webinar that is happening in 2 days following Marco's LinkedIn, or go on livescale.tv as well. Okay,
I'm going to put the scroll. Let me see if I can find it, because I have lots of scrolls here. Let me see.
I'm also going to post the link for our show on Friday in the chat. So if anyone is interested,
okay, that's
be able
great.
to go there right away as well.
That's really great. So let's bring Peter, because he wanted to talk about his cap. Let's bring it.
Now, can you tell me what this is?
It's an eagle.
Yeah. Right. So,
Waterloo.
this was my regiment. still is my regiment, the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards, who are very busy in Scotland with the vaccine at the moment. Now, for those of you who don't know, this eagle was captured at Waterloo. They stole it from the French at Waterloo, and they took the banner, well, it was in a pole, and they took it back to the United Kingdom, and it then became our cap badge, and that's why that is there. And they're not getting it back. We took it from you. There you go. And that's why we wear that badge. And the 3rd Carabineers, this was really controversial. The 2 guns, or the Carabineers, were an English regiment, because this one was the Royal Scots Greys that attacked at Waterloo and stole it. But then they merged a Scottish regiment with an English regiment to form the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards. Now, another interesting story about this regiment, you'll never believe this. Who do you think was the Colonel-in-Chief at one time, honorary? Who do you think it was, the Colonel-in-Chief? Any ideas?
No.
Diana.
Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. And once he was executed, the regiment went back just a few years ago, and they exhumed his body and give him a British military funeral. So you can win a pub quiz with that now. Back to you.
Very good. Well, Ryan is saying live shopping is going to be big. People have buying questions. Yes, I think it's one of the good things about going live to sell. I think just like I said the other day when we made the first webinar, because someone asked me if there was just a type of company which could do this live shopping. I think they were thinking just big companies, and I say no, because the good advantage of small companies or these one-person stores is that they have this identity, their person, which makes the difference. And I think somehow we miss the human interaction, that personal interaction, because we can't go to the store. For instance, here in Portugal, we are again in a lockdown, and as Latin people, I think live shopping to Latin people could be a nice thing, because we liked this closeness feeling. And let's see if people embrace the live stream thing. Stephen, you're someone who made lots of courses about live stream, lots of how to do, lots of webinars.
Yes.
How do you see the demand about knowledge on this field lately?
Yes, okay. I think that we all want to learn new things. We want to learn new techniques. We want to be able to keep up to date with what's going on. In the live video world, things are forever changing, and you can suddenly find something new. I mean, I did a blog today and a video today about something new on BeLive, which is the BeLive agenda, which no other system has. And it's brought together on-screen text and crawlers into one place, and you can have as many crawlers as you want now on a live broadcast. And that's just one of the things that's happening on all platforms, whether it be BeLive or Zoom or Streamyard or Restream. There's always something new to get involved in. But the key to it all, I mean, we're given the infrastructure to create an experience. And that experience is not just for ourselves, it's for people watching. And the tools that we've been given are just getting better and better each day.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Let's bring again Chris, because I think I think, Chris, you faced lots of these fears because, like every one of us, well, Ellen, it's the younger in the room. um, some people think, oh, this internet thing, it's too young people. You have, as I do, the idiom situation. I mean, the standard English is not your mother language.
Yes,
That's another thing,
that's Dutch.
which I think few people understand it. How do you expect? Which fears did you had before start doing this, and which experience did you got once you finish? Okay, let's see, the 5th show you made, not the first one, the 5th.
Well, the first one was an interview with Steven, and that was the first one I came live. Dus I wasn't the producer of the show, but the interviewed person. And I liked it. I had fears because my English is not so good, and I must do it in English. But okay, Steven is also, he has the skills to make someone comfortable. So that was a good thing for me. And the most difficult thing also in the 5th show is always there are two things. When it's in English, it's of course the English. I don't know all the words. I must translate things from Dutch to English to say something, and I am always afraid that I make mistakes and that I say stupid things for people. But I will learn English better and better. And Marco, you have said to me, "Oh, you must do it. Just do it." And so I did. And the second fear that I have, that is that I don't know what to say to people. Yes, and you must have some content to say, or the people are going away. And the third thing, that is consistency. It's very busy in education, and I don't know, at this moment I know that I am not ready to go every week live because I just haven't the time to do that. But when you make a YouTube channel or on LinkedIn or somewhere else, you have to make a weekly show and best on the same moment. And at this moment I can't do that. That are my 3 great fears.
Okay, so it's keep the work.
Yes.
I don't see any other way to see things getting better. At least for me, it's how things are, and I'm not seeking for perfection. I think we already commented this here or in other conversations. If we still waiting, yes, Mr. Peter.
Stephen and I, during our shows, Blab for Britain in the past, I always said that you would get your own personal shopper and say, "Hi, I'm Peter. How can I help you today? What are you looking for? What's your size, etc., etc." Now, it's no use putting someone to Amazon for that because you get pennies, nothing. But what if you was? Is anybody? So Helen, is anybody doing that? Like, I buy a bulk lot of equipment and then try and sell it online by following a link. Is anybody doing that yet?
Absolutely. There are a lot of people actually, it's just like a book club sharing. You're just doing that live, and then people might ask you a question, what do you think about it? And then the best part is when it's come to live shopping or live streaming in general, it's a co-creation, it's a co-writing experience, because you asked a question and you need to get the response from your audience, and then the audience asks you a question and then they get a response from you. So that's like for whatever product that will work. So of course for book sharing or like to selling a book, that will work too.
Yeah. See, I put out a post today. I'm going to show you this. I've got Stephen Healy. That if anybody does walking, wait a minute, I'll get this up. Right, there you go. It's called Lock Laces. I put this up today on my Facebook page, and people are inquiring. I'm not selling them, but this is instead of shoelaces and bootlaces. Has anybody heard of them?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
They're absolutely fantastic. So I just started sharing my knowledge. But could you imagine if you bought a bulk of them and sold them and made 40% profit on them? It'd be great. Back to you.
Nick.
Yeah, I tell you what, Peter is absolutely right. And if we can get it live, because people already do review videos, and it's so weird this come up today. I've just taken on a new VA over in the Philippines, and so we were chatting about various things, and I was screen sharing. And I showed her I didn't even show her my YouTube channel; it just flicked up, and then it went. And she said, "Oh, well, I've got a YouTube channel, but I'm too embarrassed to show you." I said, "Oh, show me the link anyway." And in it, and she has done a year ago. She did this product review for a Garnier face cream, and it's got some like 16,000 views, loads of comments, and everything. And you know, I said to her, I said, you know, what did you do? And she said, nothing. I just did it and left it, and I haven't done it since. And I was really hoping she had a big strategy for it. That you know, go, okay, let's do this, and this, and it's amazing because she was, you know, she had a few little tags, and very little or no description of anything really, and yet on the search terms, I went into TubeBuddy the way you do. And looked at various different search terms, and she was ranking like 2 and 3 and 4 for these different search terms in YouTube searches, and she didn't even realize what was going on. And I said to her today, I said, we need to get you live streaming because you know it's a product you obviously use, a product that is very common, and you know you're there. So why don't we get you live streaming and see whether we can't make you a bit of money on the side as well with an affiliate program of some way, shape, or form. It is, and I know we've been. I use Be Live a lot, and I like their little selling element. We can drop the links into the comments, and I've gone to several people that are MLMers and said, look, you know, you want to do this live and put it in, demonstrate what you're doing, but I just cannot get anyone to really pick it up and run with it at the moment. Crazy. I think they're missing an absolute golden opportunity, because the more you can't go to a shop, you can't experience it for yourself. If you've got someone live smelling an oil or trying on a jacket of some sort and telling you, that's the next best thing, because you can ask them questions, as you're saying, Helen. I think it's, you know, its time has come, and people really need to jump on board. Rant over.
Perfect. Well, we have a newcomer, Mr. Domingos. Well, Ellen, you have a neighbor from you because he's also in Canada. Hello, Domingos. How are you?
I'm bad, Marco. How are you?
I'm good. Can you introduce yourself, please, so people can know you? Because it's the first time you're in my channel.
Okay, well, my name is Domingos Fernandez. I've been live streaming now almost 2 years. I am a motivational speaker for the MS Society here in Canada, and as well for myself. I am a published author on my life story with living with multiple sclerosis. This year marks 18 years that I've had MS, and I took that negative and turned it into a positive, and I'm helping others as well.
Perfect. Domingos, I'm waiting for you to speak a little bit in Portuguese. Can you say a few words?
Well, I can say hola. And, I'm still learning, and actually I'm learning 3 different languages.
Oh my God.
Portuguese, Spanish, and I used to be quite fluent in French. And well, let's see. And another word for everyone is obrigado.
Oh, very good.
Obrigada.
De nada. Well, I'm asking Domingos because did you have the Portuguese citizenship?
My dad was Portuguese. He was from Algarve.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's from the sunny side of Portugal.
Yeah. I've got a lot of aunts and cousins and everything over there. I don't have any uncles left. They've all passed away.
Oh,
But, and I have them all on my Facebook. So
perfect. It's a very nice place to spend holidays.
yeah,
I'm in opposite side of Portugal. I live in the north,
yeah.
and Algarve is on the south.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's a very nice place to spend holidays and also to eat fish.
Yeah. I grew up on seafood and all the spicy foods, and we've got a Portuguese Canadian club here in Sarnia. It's maybe if I take my wheelchair, it takes me about 20 minutes to get there.
Okay, it's not far.
No.
And do they the wine? Did you taste it?
Yeah, I've had Portuguese wine. I actually enjoyed it back then, but I myself, I just I quit drinking. It was August 5th was 2 years.
Okay.
I just had my body couldn't take it anymore. So
Okay.
well,
Well, I don't drink. I don't drink either. So
yeah.
just
No,
water.
No, I used to drink, but yeah, I usually keep a 2-liter jug of water on my table so I can stay hydrated.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Domingos. Let's get the place to let's bring Harper because I know he likes to go live. And did you thought about, for instance, this situation of live shopping? Because most of the times you are also reviewing some products, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I like to do some product reviews for stuff that I've used on my cars and my trucks, because that's kind of my niche. And but I've had friends that they were selling leggings for for ladies, and so they would have they'd have a live feed on, and they'd be showing the leggings that they have, and friends would be commenting, going, "Oh, I want that one," and then they'll click on a link, and okay, so and so just bought this, and and it's they're from all not just in your neighborhood where you can come and visit the person who's selling something, but it's like throughout your state or your province or the country. And now with as big as social media is and live streaming is, around the world. Look at us. We're on at least two continents right here, and so we can your audience has so much expanded over the years that you can truly have a global business and still be a one person shop. So
good. Well, I'm sending the challenge to all the panel. Helen is here. If you want to make her some questions before she runs away. I think you should take advantage of that, because I think it will. I have one question, Ella, for you. I think by these days, LiveScale integrates with Shopify, right?
Yeah, we integrate with a Shopify and then Commerce Cloud.
Are you thinking about WooCommerce? Because it's and PrestaShop. I think those two platforms mostly here, for instance, in Portugal and Spain. And Spain, they are very strong in PrestaShop and WooCommerce. So I think you should think about it, because they are very, very popular platforms here.
Yeah, absolutely. We got lots of requests from WooCommerce Business and also PrestaShop. So it's definitely in our planning that we would like to get there. But we prefer like to perfect and be really good at one first, and before we go into the other one, so we can just make it really good for at least 1-2 platform to begin with, and then we can start to expand.
That's perfect. Another thing, there are people selling, for instance, courses and info products using LiveScale.
So we do have a client that, for example, they sell common like cooking classes. Maybe they sell some handcraft classes, and we also see a lot of that is happening in Asia. That's what happening. We call virtual product, right? And it's basically you chat with the audience in the live shopping show time, and to explain what you're gonna teach or be contained in that virtual product, and then people will be able to buy it right away below. So yes, that exists as well.
Wow, very good. Peter?
Do you know someone in Asia that would use me? Because I'm a TV personality here and give me a lot of money to sell their products. Could you put a word in for me? Because I'm famous in Britain.
Definitely. Do you have a Shopify store, Peter? If you have one, I'm sure you're gonna nail it. With your personality, everybody's gonna buy everything you want to sell.
Where's Stephen went?
Yeah. I have a question, Helen. So if someone was starting out, do you also show them how they build an audience first as well? Because this thing, I think some people will go live, but then they're not seen by many people, so they get disheartened because they don't know how to build an audience. So
Yeah,
they get the result first.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually a brilliant question. So we like to call doing a live shopping show, it's like building a YouTube channel. You don't get like million subscribers or like thousands of views right after you just build your channel. So before they think about traffic, we would like to ask them to think about a few metrics to test it out if live shopping actually fits your brand, if live shopping actually fits your community. Because I'll be lying to you and say live shopping is for everything. I wouldn't say live shopping is for buying a house, for example, but maybe it will fit for booking an appointment for a flat visit or a house visit. So that could work. So I think before we go into the traffic topics, it's also very important. Actually, it's underratedly important that you define the correct metrics to test it out and the feedback system to see if your community respond well to this technology as well.
Cool. And so is the platform through your website, through your portal?
So that's the great part about our products. Our product is completely white label, meaning that it's not like using Instagram or Facebook. These technology, nobody's going to know it's from us because the technology literally lived on any e-commerce website or any e-commerce platform that's used our product. I'll give you an example. If someone go on your website today to buy a product and I see, oh, there's a live section over there that I can check it out. I click and then I'll be able to watch the live streaming show right away from the website. So it's a fully white label solution.
Cool. Oh, I'm definitely going to check it out. Absolutely.
Right. Let me know if you have any other questions.
Someone else?
So you were saying, like I've got a pest control business. Can you sell that by sell your services, although you've not got a product to sell? Are people selling their services where they can come and do the job for them? Funeral director, for instance.
Absolutely. I think it's the same as I didn't come prepared. I thought today's a celebration for Marco.
We are celebrating.
I did not come prepared, but it's okay. Glad that I'm doing it on a daily basis. So we're going back to the virtual product. I'll give an example. Let's say the most unexpected industry. I'm a consultant. Let's say I'm a consultant for either for emotional or for professional like business needs, marketing advice, etc. I'll be able to have a live shopping show that share my point of view on some topics or like basically just chatting with my community. And then I can have my service display below my video saying that if you want a one-on-one section on my marketing advice consultation, you can click here and then purchase that service. If you want to, let's say, get my ebook, you can also click here and then purchase my ebook. So live shopping really is just a placeholder, a place for you to express yourself and to amplify everything that you have the personality in you and in your product. And then we make it super easy for people to be able to make a purchase by showing the product right below. So when people see it, they start liking you, they're convinced. They don't have to go to the website, click here, click there. It's right there. They just press the button, and then there we go. We get an order.
The future.
Yeah.
That's what we believe to do.
Can I just tell you something that happened to us a few weeks ago when Jim Ziegler was on, okay? And he said about building your audience. I tried an experiment the other day, and what happened is I got a Facebook group for my industry, and it started to build up. So I'm getting new vans this month. So I said to the guy that arranged the finance for the vans, would you like to put an advert onto my Facebook group? Baba, looking for a nice advert. He said 2 inquiries already. Yeah, so build the audience, and then I'm going to get people to, I'm going to charge them for coming out my group. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but if not, I'm getting a website made, and I'll be embedding me in it anyway. What do you think? And
That's very wrong. I think that's a brilliant idea.
You know, I put it up. I put it up, and within 15 seconds, 15 seconds, as soon as I put it up, there was an inquiry for a van, and then there was a second one. So what we're actually going to do is, the most important tool for us is to have a van. So I'm going to get him on to talk about how to finance a van, and if he gets a deal, he can give me some monolito.
Yeah, I tell you what, Peter, that reminded me of when I first started locally marketing and with video. And there was something. I live in Farnborough, so we have Aldershot just down the road. One of the homes of the British Army. I think there's several. And so it was Aldershot, the little football club, were being sponsored, or they were sponsoring Vanarama, the van people, to help service professionals coming out of the forces to set up in business. Of course, so Vanarama's big plus was we'll lease you a van, and then help them actually set up. So, and it's that thing, and I started doing videos. I was invited to the launch, and started putting videos up. And it was the thing, because you're explaining and you're building a community beforehand. So I have links with. I used to work for SAFA, the Armed Forces charity, for 15 years before I left there, and so through those contacts with the military, I was able to put it into lots of different ex-regiments, Facebook groups, forums, and everything. And it was really great. Got amazing feedback. And again, all this stuff that we do on video, if we can do it live, and you've got that community and you've got that audience already there, it's just huge, absolutely huge. But you have to build that audience first, give that, have that little value or have that connection in order to get you in there. And I think that's where I see a lot of people really, and myself included, a lot of people struggle is that when you're going into a new niche or a new product or new launch of some sort, then it's getting that initial, it's knowing that initial value you can give in order to bring a group of people together so that you can then share your product and service that they will then go and buy.
Very good.
Okay.
So I'll throw it out there.
So Helen must go. Just see. Your last word.
I totally, sorry, I was listening. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just getting ready for answering all the questions, getting nervous here. Yeah, really happy to be able to chat with all of you guys and talk to you guys about live streaming or live streaming in general today. And congrats again for Marco. I apologize because I have to go soon. So just congratulations.
Okay, see you Friday.
Bye.
Thank you, Alan.
Bye.
So let's bring again Mr. Fernandez.
Yes.
How is your book going, Domingos?
The book is actually selling quite well. Just just by word of mouth, my personal social media. Merchandise Canada has posted it on their website, and it's on the MS Society of Canada's website. Sorry, I'm live on the air right now. No, please. Okay. Sorry about that. My phone rang and it automatically picks up after 2 rings because it's one of those smartphones and I don't have the dexterity in my hands to reach up and touch the screen, so I have it set so that my Bluetooth will automatically pick it up, and it's all voice activated. So just the technology is just fantastic. Yeah, it's book sales are going quite well. Like I said, David Burrows is actually once in a while he'll make mention of my book. I actually bought him a copy of my book. I wish I could pick it up and show it to you, but I think Stephen may have a picture of it.
Not to hand, Dom. I'll find one for next week.
No, it's no problem. But yeah, it's a great story. It's David Burrows wrote my prologue, and not even knowing what direction my book was going to go. As soon as you read the prologue and then get into the story, they both basically just tie in completely. And at the end of the book, there is a website that people can contact me personally through a Gmail account. And I've already spoken to a few MS patients that have contacted me. And I've talked to others too, but it's an interesting, there you go right there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my book there, and it took quite a bit of time to write it, and I'm humbled to be able to share it with everyone.
Very good, very good. Well, it's something that it's also on my bucket list to write a book. You're ahead of me.
Don't be afraid to write it. I tell you, there's nothing like it.
Absolutely, I think it's your kind of your baby, right, Domingos?
Oh yeah, I've actually got 2 more books in the works.
Okay, perfect. So, does any one of you want to ask something to Domingos about the book?
Harper, if you send, sorry,
just you're mute, Harper. Mute, Harper. You're mute, my friend.
My dogs came to visit me. For Dom, yeah, my younger brother, well, my only brother, has MS, and I haven't seen him for probably 6 or 7 years, so I have no idea what stage he's going through or anything else. But I know he's at that point where he's my half brother, and so his dad was a very proud person, and it was all about his image and everything. And so my brother got a lot of that from him. And so I think as his MS, he starts seeing limitations on what he can do, whether it's mental or physical. He tends to hide away from people. So I'm trying to get him to kind of, hey, come down, visit us, bring the family, But yeah, he's just kind of that. He's kind of closing himself into the house, and he goes to work, and that's it. But yeah, I think I'm going to end up getting the book and sending it to him, and kind of, hey, you're not alone in this thing. So.
No, that's what I tell all my followers, because I would do on a support group and a support page on Facebook, both called Talking MS, and they're open to the public. And I always tell my followers, you're not alone in this. And we're in it together.
Dom, we know that you can do a lot of things on that. We can do a lot of things on our own. But would you like to take a moment to talk about our friend, Dolly Cortez?
Almost certainly, yes. Dolly Cortez, a very energetic woman. She was the one who actually helped me with writing my book, getting my story out there, and she actually helped me remember things that I've long forgotten some 25, 30 years ago. And just there was like little key words that would jog my memory. And I met her through live streaming as well. She actually happened to be commenting in the comment section when David had Anita Myers as his first international guest, and I seen Rose Gold Publishing commenting in the comment section, so I clicked on their link, and I reached out to Dolly, and I had sent her a video of me the very first time that I publicly spoke about MS, and something in it caught her attention, and this is where we are today. She helped me write my book, helped me become a published author, and I know whoever reads my book, they'll get an education, inspiration, and motivation all in one ticket. So, and it's sure, it's called My Journey, Long Road, My Journey with, My Journey with MS, A Long Road. But there's things in there that will help anybody who needs a positive message. And sorry?
I'm just saying Dolly's helped a lot of people to write their first books, and some of them.
That's exactly what she does. She's very good at it. I would recommend anybody that wants to write a book, get in touch with Rose Gold Publishing LLC. She's in the Chicagoland area.
Did you put a link to her name? A link, please.
I would have to find it, see if I can find it. I don't have it on hand right now. But it wouldn't be very hard to get a hold of.
I mean, I met Dolly and Anita Myers 2 years ago, and they wanted to start live broadcasting. She'd been as a guest on a show with Linda West, and Anita wanted to start her own show. Dolly was a partner, so they started a live broadcast, which I produced for 6 months, and they've been going now for 2 years, and the show is every Wednesday. It's called the DNA Authority, and you can catch it on the DNA page, which is 3 letters we can all remember. And it's a fascinating show because they interview people, they help them, and if anybody wants to write a book, then Dolly can actually help in doing that. And she's just got the way, as Dom said, she's got a way of actually getting people to tell their stories. And no matter what you think, our life stories are interesting. There is a book in every one of us, and I can't think of a better person to go to than to go to Dolly Cortez. If you search for her on Facebook, you'll actually find her. Now, I've been remiss. Sorry?
Was she a ghost writer?
No.
She's not a
No,
ghost friend.
she's a Puerto Rican lady who decided to start a book publishing company, and she did. She went for it, and she had 10 authors in her first year, 20 in the second year. I don't know how many she's got this year. That's individual authors, and Dom was one of the first. But I've been remiss. Jim asked me to pass on his best regards for today. He can't make it because he's got business to do at this particular time, but he will be back next week when we're all over back on Restream. And now we've got a situation where Marco's disappeared.
I think Jim's away to meet Joe Biden.
I don't think so. I think if the two of them met, it would be in a ring, Peter. I don't think there's any love lost between Jim and any Democrat.
Jim after I was telling him what happened with the vines today, so he was quite excited for me, so it was good, you know. But fantastic. Now, can I tell you something? So you see this British flag behind me. Now, Stephen knows that I voted for Brexit. Okay? But I'm actually becoming more European. Do you know why?
No, Peter, we don't know why. Why are you becoming more European?
Because I'm watching Netflix and I prefer the foreign films with the writing. There's some fantastic films out there on Netflix that I'm really enjoying. French one was Louped, and what's the other ones on Netflix I've been watching? Swedish films, and it's great to see other cities that you'll never probably meet. So that's why I'm becoming more European.
I've never not been European. But, if you're talking about watching television at the moment, then there are two detective series on Amazon Prime, one of which is Falke, Falke, and he's a German detective. There are two series of his show on there. And if you want to learn German, it's the best way to do it because you can listen to the German, watch subtitles in your own language, and eventually it all sinks in and you're just listening rather than reading the subtitles as well. And the second series is Borowski. Again, it's another criminal show, and he's a detective. It's in German with English subtitles. So if you want to learn a language, go on Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Very good.
This is true. Actually, my neighbour, when I lived in Germany, my neighbour Wolfgang, we'd come back home for Christmas, Debbie and I, and then we'd driven back to Germany, and only to be greeted with Wolfgang and the biggest satellite dish I've ever seen in my life. And he then informed me that I needed to watch more German TV, and because he was sick of me sounding like a tourist. So yeah, I then switched to watching German TV, and it does help. Even without the subtitles, it's amazing how fast you begin to pick it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it went fast. Thank you so much. As usual, Stephen, it will be next time you're at your home. So it's time for you to make the wrap up.
Right. To Nick, to Dom, to Peter, to Harper, to Chris, and Helen, we've enjoyed talking over the last hour. We've enjoyed your company, and we'd like you to join us again next week at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. in Belgium, and we'll be live again. The same crew, plus Jim, and hopefully, fingers crossed, plus Linda West as well. So for this week, it's goodbye from all around the world. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.